cam issues, and it's got a bunch of vacuum leaks. We're testing it here. Look at that, there's another one here. So this will destroy your engine if running like this. You're getting ready to take the cam cover off. I bet you there's going to be a destroyed cam tensioner due to the diagnostics we did before the engine was removed. So we'll go next and see what happens. Look at this, we have all that tensioner debris from the bottom tensioner. I mean, you can see it's completely gone. Chain in the back is riding right on metal. It clogged the port. I'm surprised this thing was even spinning. And here's our sump itself. Look at that, completely plugged. There's the O-ring from the tensioner, destroyed. All that debris, that's ridiculous. This is what happens when you don't take your car to a proper shop that actually specializes in these cars. This car had everything thrown at it. You had coils, you had spark plugs. I mean, you think about it, and these are, and there's lousy mechanics like this, because this is ridiculous. I mean, it's completely gone. Here's our scavenge pump, fully destroyed. Had all this plastic debris in it. As you can see, there's no more pad on the timing chain tensioner, adjuster, cylinder ram. Look at the grooves. I mean, who needs a tensioner pad when you can just use the metal like that? Look at that. So what it's supposed to look like is like this. This is exactly what it needs to look like. That doesn't look like this. So here's the kicker. If you guys have early generation 911 or Boxster and you think you'll get a check engine light for this problem, you will not. This gentleman never had a check engine light. It just started to run rough, and that happened. Eventually he set some misfire codes, but it was already too late. That's when already the pad was completely broken off, and it pretty much just dug into the grooves and destroyed the whole pad holder. So time to put a new one on, which is this unit here, and hopefully it'll never happen again. But unfortunately it's a cheap plastic and it will deteriorate. The chains will wear it out, and that's it. It'll kill your engine. I actually have another video explaining what will kill your engine. Well, this is a little bit more severe than the last one. You might want to check that out. So we're going to check the other side next. Okay, now here we go. All the tensioner components are in. Time to torque it. Cleaned it all up. Now we got to glue the valve cover back on. But here's our new actuator with the cylinder ram pads. All that is on here. I got the second bank apart. This one only had barely 8 degrees. So far everything looks okay, but that's because I already cleaned out the big chunk that I found that was broken off, and I'll show you where that's at. Check it out, guys. Look at that broken piece. Let me see if I can move it around. Look at that thing. Look at that pad. It's just completely coming off. Look at that. Boom. We do an IMS retrofit on these cars. This is the 3.4 cars. We do not qualify them after we see over 6 degrees deviation. Unless you're going to fix it, then I'll do the IMS. Because long and behold, as soon as you do the IMS, the engine will blow up, and they're going to blame the IMS installer. Or worst case, you're locking it up, and as you're rotating the engine by hand because there's no pressure, this cam rail slips out, just like I just slipped it out now. And guess what? It will now jump timing, because this will raise up, so now you're going to have no tension. By the way, when we change these, we also change the chains. We do not mess around. We'll put brand new chains. We do not reuse chains because they will be stretched. Let me pull this chain off and I'll show you guys. There it is. Man, this is bad. This is barely 8 degrees, so completely broken in half. And look at this. And you can start to see damage that started to happen right here. Oh man, this customer is so lucky it's not even funny. But this is what happens when you have over 7 degrees cam deviation. Your engine will not be making any sounds until it blows up. Then you'll hear that first sound of boom, and then a bunch of metal marble sounds when your pistons and valves collide. So don't wait that long, guys. If you have a 911, you suspect this on your 3.4, have us check it out. Have a shop in your area check it out. Do not take it to shops that do not specialize in these cars. He's been to 2 shops, I mentioned it just earlier, and they both misdiagnosed it. They claim to be Porsche shops. Luckily his engine is salvageable and we can fix all this, but imagine if he would have kept running. But smart gentleman, because he ended up parking the car for 2 years because the guys couldn't figure it out. Just wanted to give everybody a heads up. This can happen to yours. Here's the one from yesterday. Guys, look at this. Look at this one from yesterday. Comparison. Well, it looks much better. So yeah, we already replaced it. We installed a new adjuster. This pad on the back, this ram pad, it's got a lot of wear as well. But normally the one with the O-ring, the one that pressurizes, is the one that's gonna always have the deepest grooves. Let's see if we can see. We can capture on camera how deep these grooves are. I mean, they are pretty deep. You see what happens quickly, they become paper thin. And once they become paper thin, this is when the edges break off. So, wow, he was really lucky on this one. We didn't actually have to get him a tensioner. We're gonna see how it snaps on. If it's flush, we'll reuse it. If not, we're gonna have to get him another unit. We have these in stock, so. Okay, till we put it back together and get it started. The black 996. This is the one with crazy cam deviation as I pushed it out. Let's see now how this thing is gonna idle. This is the worst one we have ever seen. We cleaned the engine out. We got everything cleaned out. Installed everything. I just did the camshaft deviation readings on the computer. We're at 2 degrees on bank 1 and 2. So let's see how this thing runs now. Feels smooth. This customer in particular, as I mentioned, 2 years he had this car parked, and that was unfortunate. He wasn't trying to save money, he was just trying to get it fixed. He just kept taking it to the wrong people. You know, this car is going to get restored. He's going to restore everything. He's fixing all the windows, the window regulators. So our job is done. We did all the mechanical work, so he's going to pick it up today. That's pretty much what happens with these. They will grenade when the cam tensioners go out. So keep those checked. You will not get a check engine warning, and it's basically a slow death. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.